Hi, hello, Waka Waka Waka. Welcome to the franchise. We're here to talk about more Piranha. All right, they've developed wings this week. They're flying around. And then we're gonna also do a remake, a TV movie from the '90s that I didn't know was a thing until Logan. You decided we were covering Piranha, and then I learned. Okay, I guess there's another Piranha movie out there. Let's watch it. They didn't put much work into it. It has a screenplay credit. I'm not sure why. But anyway, Daniel Ehrenberg here, and over there is my erstwhile co-host Logan Beadair. Welcome to the show, Logan.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to waka waka it up yet again. I feel like in the TV movie they were making even better noises.
Oh,
They
I
were
would
like
argue
screaming at us.
much fucking worse noises.
I
No,
like them.
see, listen here. James Cameron, uh, I think he's widely known as a visionary, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Are you gonna talk shit this episode? Is that what this is gonna be?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
I'm saying this guy, he took one look at the Foley work in that first Piranha and he said, no improvements necessary. For my Piranha 2, the spawning, same sound effects. Okay?
Well, he was able to use them. The TV movie they weren't allowed. They probably didn't have the rights.
Of course they did. Of
No.
course they did, sir.
So I give them even
Ro-
more props. They went out on
Roger
their own.
Corman produced the TV movie. They had the rights to anything they wanted. Okay? They literally used special effects shots from the original Piranha in that TV movie. Just reused them.
Yeah,
All
but the
right?
Foley work wasn't up to their
But
standard.
they decided no, we can improve on Waka Waka Waka, and instead the Piranha are now going. All right, and no thank you to that. No thank you. Did not enjoy it.
All right. Well, I beg to differ.
All right, all right. Well, James Cameron agrees with me, so I suppose I'm on the right
How
side
do
of
you know? Was he
history.
talking shit about the TV movie?
And they hate the TV movie. I never heard. I don't know that James Cameron ever saw the
He
TV
probably
movie.
hates his own movie. He probably has talked shit about Piranha too.
He does say that it's the best flying piranha movie ever made.
Well, I'm not gonna, can't deny that. What
Yeah,
else
yeah.
is in the running, you think?
I don't know that there's another movie with
Yeah,
flying
I'm not
piranha.
sure.
I really don't.
Let me
But
know if there is, because I'll watch it. This is my favorite
same.
genre
Oh,
of film.
yeah. Guys, spoilers for the episode. Piranha 2: The Spawning is now my favorite movie.
Yeah, somehow it did it.
All right.
And
It
you're
is
not even a
far.
James Cameron lover. This is a bit of a
No.
surprise to me.
Same.
Is this gonna rank high on your James Cameron list?
Uh,
Better than
you know,
Titanic or worse than Titanic?
honestly, Titanic is the marker. Like
I know it is.
on the list. Like I can't decide whether it's above or below. One spot above or one spot below. That's where it's gonna end up.
Yeah.
All right. I love
Us
this shit.
smarter viewers know Titanic is his best work.
Smarter viewers, huh?
Not just kidding. But
Mm-hmm.
I just love Titanic. Is that where we should start the James Cameron ranking?
Yeah, why not? Fine.
All right. I've seen 11. You've seen 10 because you are not watching Avatar: The Way of Water until we have to,
That's right. Correct.
which will be in December
I
when the
I
third one comes
haven't
out.
experienced the joys of Spider yet.
That's right. But you will one
Yeah.
day. I watched The Abyss. There's a fight scene in The Abyss, Michael Biehn versus Ed Harris, that's just like a lot of the fight scenes in The Way of Water. It's pretty cool.
Well, I feel like he pulls shit from like he started as a special effects guy, Cameron.
Right.
So like I feel like he's interested in like evolution. If he can make something look better in a later movie, he wants to redo it.
The liquid
But
metal guy. He like broke
yeah,
movies at the time,
I
right?
I mean even in Piranha 2, there's this one scene where like a fucking piranha like comes out of like a dead body, like it's like inside a dead body.
In the
It's like,
morgue.
yeah. And I was like, that shit is just the face huggers and fucking aliens.
Oh, that's true. But he stole that from Alien. That's not an M
I
original.
know, but the looks, what he did there, I'm telling you, you go watch Aliens, it's the same exact effect.
Yeah, but you can't give him credit. Like that's stealing from something else.
I'm giving Cameron all the credit in the world on
I'm
this
not
episode.
expecting this. This
All
is
right,
cool. I like it though.
listen,
He is a genius.
he's a. I have to admit, I even when I don't like James Cameron, the whole world does. I mean, he seems to
He
have
gets it.
he has tapped into what the world wants. And it might not be what I want,
He's a great
but
storyteller.
is he? I don't know.
I think he is.
All right, let's do the list.
Okay. My last place, I put the least James Cameron-y thing that James Cameron made, and I think that's Piranha 2: The Spawning. I'm very sorry.
Oh, disgusting.
I know. I liked
This,
it though. I did. I liked it.
I'm glad.
Should we go back? Are we doing back and forth or me
I
just
can't decide whether I liked. I think like I might have liked it more than the first one, and I
no,
always liked the first one.
no.
All right. Yeah, we'll go back and forth, I guess. My number 10 is Avatar.
All right, my 10 is Ghosts of the Abyss.
Okay, that's my 9.
Okay, so I like Aliens of the Deep a little more. Number 9.
Yeah, that's my 8.
Number 8, Avatar.
7, The Abyss.
Wow. 7, Avatar: The Way of Water. A little better than Avatar.
6, Titanic.
Nope. 6, True Lies.
5, Piranha 2, The Spawning.
Ahead of Titanic. 5, The Abyss. I sort of love The Abyss, honestly. It's really long, but I feel like I don't know when it came in his filmography, like third or fourth or something, but it felt like he ripped his heart out and put it
It's
in a
be-
movie.
it's between T1 and T2. Yeah, it's all his interests.
It's
It's really
very personal to
ambitious.
him.
Yeah, I think
I sort of
I
loved it.
don't love The Abyss, but I think it's sort of crucial in his development as a
Definitely.
filmmaker.
It has every it's like James Cameron the movie. It feels the most of him of
It's
everything.
fucking crazy. Like, he's like incapable of doing shit that doesn't feel like him. Like
Yeah.
I'm watching fucking Piranha 2: The Spawning, Logan. No, second number 1 into the movie. Lights up, or I guess lights dim. Yeah, the feeling you get when the lights begin to dim.
Right, right.
The first thing you see on that screen, I'm looking at a shipwreck.
Yeah. That's the
This
first thing you wanted
motherfucker
to
can't get
photograph.
enough of shipwrecks.
It's true. And then we spend get an underwater sequence, this couple going to go
Is
fuck underwater.
is there another filmmaker that has shipwrecks in like 50% of his filmography?
I think probably more than that. I mean, the
I
two
don't know, man.
documentaries probably pushed it over half.
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean,
I think definitely
if,
not.
James Cameron, you're looking at a James Cameron movie. You're either looking at a shipwreck or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I've heard the fun thing about him is his movies either start with T or A. Titanic, Aliens,
Oh my
Terminators,
God, you're
The
right.
Abyss, which is both, True Lies, Avatar, Aliens, I guess Ghost of the Abyss. But
Is this
Piranha's
some
the only
sort of
one.
is this some sort of trick he's discovered?
I don't know.
Like
It works.
he's like figured out that those make money.
It's
Movies
like
that
when Will
start with T
Smith
or
like
A.
broke the algorithm of how to like make money. He was like, people love aliens and action. I'm gonna do all that type of stuff. Men in
Right,
Black
right.
and Independence Day.
Or like when Rivers Cuomo went insane and tried to discover the mathematical formula for creating a pop hit, and
Wow, how'd
then
that work out for him?
the first thing he released after that was Hash Pipe and Island in the Sun. It worked great.
Well, I've never heard of that, so not
What?
that great.
You know
Hash
Island in
Pipe and Island in the Sun?
you
Oh,
don't
was
know
that two
Island
different
in the
songs?
Sun? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying that was one song. Either way, no, never heard it. But
Oh
that'll be
my
the
God.
outro. Island in the Sun.
Happy to have. Oh, and that's a beachy song. That's nice.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you like how the end is like they were on the beach, but at night? That was kind of cool. Don't really see that too often.
That's true.
It was like a
I
nighttime beach scene. I like
I
that.
like a nighttime beach scene. You get it in like Forgetting Sarah Marshall. The, it happens a
Fired
lot in
up.
like comedies because people are fucking on the beach.
I guess the opening of Jaws was on the beach at night.
That's true. That's nighttime. The Kittner boy.
No, that's later. That's
Oh,
that's the
that's
one where they're
later.
all at the
Right,
beach
right, right,
with the
right.
zoom on his face.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. All right. Listen.
Oh, we didn't even
Great.
finish. Did we finish?
Oh, I don't think we did.
My number five was the Abyss. Did you say your five?
Yeah, Piranha 2, The
Oh
Spawning.
yeah. My number four is the Terminator.
All right, 4 is True Lies.
Three, Terminator 2.
3, Terminator.
Two, Aliens.
2, Terminator 2.
And one, Titanic.
1, Aliens.
Yeah. All right.
All right, JC. Got
It's time
that
for you to
out of the
rewatch
way.
Titanic. We should fake do that. We should do like how they broke it up, Titanic Part 1, Titanic Part 2
I like
with the box
Titanic.
set.
I'm not one of these haters. All right. I just loved Piranha 2, The
What do you give it,
Spawning.
a 3?
Yeah.
That's a hater. That's
That's a
hating.
hater.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I
That's
don't
at
know,
least a 4.
man. That Celine Dion song.
That's what's holding you back.
There's all
That's
that
beautiful.
Leonardo DiCaprio. He's like all young and excited the whole time, and
Come on.
there's a lot of Irish dancing in that movie. And
I see no
these
problem.
are my complaints.
I don't know. All
All
right.
right. Um, but then people start dying. And it gets pretty cool. Also, Billy Zane, tough to take.
Piranha 2,
Listen,
The Spawning.
all right. So let me tell you the story of what happened with Piranha 2, The Spawning.
Yeah, what happened?
Roger Corman continued to underestimate the public's appetite for Piranha.
Wow.
Okay. So he had no interest in making a sequel. All right. He was on to other shit.
Okay.
But two of the lesser producers on the first one, by the names of Jeff Schechtman and Chaco Van Leeuwen, all right, they decided we want to make a sequel. So Roger Corman, being the little money guy, little shyster. I shouldn't say that.
Jeez.
It's like a fucking Jewish slur.
Yeah, what's going on?
Um. Anyway, he fucking sold them the rights to a sequel.
That's
All
nice.
right. I guess he held on to the remake rights because 1995, that's him.
Hmm.
But yeah, he sells them the rights to the sequel. They immediately go out to Joe Dante. Hey, Joe, you want to come Piranha with us again? And he's like, no, I just signed on to do this werewolf film called The Howling.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Uh,
Joe.
yeah, yeah. So they're like, oh, all right. And he's like, well, you should get this dude, Miller Drake.
Hmm.
He was like my assistant. I worked with him a while back, and give him his big break. He'll direct Piranha too.
Who's he? I've never heard that name before.
Yeah, he never turned into. I don't think he ever directed a movie,
That's crazy. Miller
but
Drake.
they were gonna hire this guy, and Miller Drake wanted to get Kevin McCarthy back from the first movie.
Okay.
You remember that character?
Yeah.
He died, but I guess they were gonna say he survived. And he wasn't able to come back, and so they had to rewrite it and like just make it its own thing. Meanwhile, they needed financing, Logan.
Yeah.
So they reached out to this fella named Ovidio G. Assonitis.
All right. He'll help
All
out.
right, he'll help out, but he's got some guidelines.
All right. Show
Okay.
boobs.
Yep. That's part of it. He's like, I want to be on set all the time.
Especially on the boob days.
And you need to get me an American director because I can't sell this movie without like it sounds better if there's an American director name in the credits.
Can't you just
That
change it?
was one of his big ideas.
Can you just change it though?
What?
If you couldn't
I
find
don't.
an American, couldn't you just fake it? Alan Smithy it?
He didn't want to.
I mean, that's
Uh,
fair. No, I get what he's coming from.
yeah. So anyway, meanwhile, Miller Drake is our director. They've hired a special effects director, an up and comer by the name of James Cameron.
Okay.
All right. He's just doing the FX, but Drake is fired like in early pre-production, and they don't have anybody else, so they're like, let's the special effects guy, he can
Yeah,
direct it. All
sure.
right.
That's
So
crazy.
Cameron,
What a
yeah,
freaking, that's amazing.
I know, he gets his big break. He's hired as director on Piranha 2: The Spawning. He films it for 2.5 weeks, and then he is fired. They don't like the job he's doing, and apparently the rest of the movie is directed, uh, you know, like ghost directed by this fella Asinitis.
Oh, so Cameron didn't even do the whole thing.
No, he
Whoa.
there's apparently a director's cut of it that was released on Laserdisc that was like Cameron's preferred version of Piranha
I
2.
would love to watch that.
I would love to watch that too, honestly. But yeah, this is sort of a mongrel job.
Okay. All right. Makes me
Mm.
appreciate it a little less. Thought I was watching the first Cameron product there ever was.
I mean, it is, but he considers the Terminator his first film.
I think I've heard him say that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair. Well, he knocked it out of the park. That's cool.
yeah, yeah. I mean, either way, he knocked
Either
it out of the
way,
park.
either way.
Yeah,
Yeah, better than
uh,
Titanic, regardless.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, he, this movie is directed by James Cameron. The script is credited to Cameron and a fella by the name of Charles H. Egley. And when I saw that name, I was like, oh, I bet he was just some guy they got.
Okay.
I he certainly never would have worked with James Cameron again, right?
Yeah, but you're wrong.
I'd be completely wrong.
He did all. What'd he do?
How about the show Dark Angel with Jessica Alba,
Awesome.
co-created by James Cameron and Charles H. Egley, the
James
team
Cameron
behind
created that show?
Piranha. Yes.
Wow, I'm dumb.
And also, he's got a story credit on Terminator Dark Fate.
All right. Is that one good?
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying, though. He's that was just a couple years ago. So apparently they've
Couple.
been buds
What does a
forever.
couple mean? Couple means two.
All right.
That was
It's
like
like,
2017 or something.
well,
2019.
I'm 19, I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
That's
That's
just a
six
couple
years
years
ago.
ago.
We're in
I'm old. You
2025,
have to
bro.
understand, I'm old as fuck. I understand that 6 years ago to you is like half your fucking life.
Well,
But
you said a
for
couple. A couple
for
to me means
me,
two.
6 years is yesterday.
Fair enough.
All right.
But couple means two. That's what I was taught.
I mean, you're right, technically. All right.
I'm a technical kind of guy.
Yeah, I
You should have said a
know.
few years ago
It
or
can get
multiple years ago. Many years ago, he made it.
it certainly wasn't
Many might be
many.
too many.
Yeah.
A few years ago,
A few years ago. Fine.
not a couple.
Oh my god.
That's
Is
how
this
my
the
brain
rest of the
works.
episode?
Not if you don't make mistakes like that anymore. It'll be smooth sailing.
All right. All right. So I'm not able to get a like no one really knows how much this movie cost ultimately to make,
Mm.
but by all accounts, it was even cheaper than the original.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah. And
I could just like put a piranha on a stick and and it looks like
I
it's
don't know.
flying at him.
Cameron's creative, man.
Oh yeah.
He did those shots. I thought they looked all right. The flying piranha.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah. Well, you don't see them coming. They fly right at you.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah,
We saw like, Sharknado have flying sharks a little bit. This is flying piranhas,
that's
but they
true.
just fly because of science, like they're mutated or whatever.
Right.
Tough to
Um,
follow, but you just sort of accept it.
I accept. I accepted everything that was thrown at
Me
me
too. Me too.
in this film. Everything.
Even though if the piranha came
Face
flying at you.
value. Yep. I'd be like, welcome, welcome to my face.
Welcome to my neck.
Yeah. All right. So this came out November 5th, 1982. And I couldn't really find box office grosses on this fucking thing. It's like it didn't
Hmm.
come out, but it did. I
Yeah,
watched it.
not in the theater though.
No, I mean I wasn't alive yet, believe it or not.
I believe it.
Um, thank you so much. Um, anyway, let's talk about Piranha 2. Hey, by the way, I watched it on Ross Flicks. You know, he gets like bootleg versions of these movies. All right. Was yours called when you watched it? Did you watch it there too?
I did.
It was not called Piranha 2 The Spawner.
What was it called?
It was called like Piranha 2 Flying Evil or something. It
I
was
didn't catch
fucking
this.
insane. Yeah.
Whoa.
I should have written down what exactly it was. I don't know.
Should I open
Uh,
up Plex and find out? I
oh,
just like looked at the poster and clicked on it.
I'm just gonna search Piranha 2 alternate
Oh,
title.
I see Baby Girl. Yeah, didn't you already see that?
Oh, that no, he put that up there.
Yeah.
Flying Killers. That's what it was.
Mine shows Piranha 2 the spawning. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I mean, are you pressing play or are you looking at what it's listed as?
The poster says it and what it's listed as. I'm not watching the
I
film.
know,
Oh, now
I
I'm watching
know.
it. Piranha 2 the spawning.
Wait, really?
Is it like that you're talking about the title card inside the
The
film?
title card in the movie said Piranha 2 Flying Killers.
Okay. Well, I don't want to just watch the film, but I believe you.
All right.
That's
We could
crazy.
just do a commentary track on Piranha 2 if you want. I'd be
That would
happy to.
honestly be fun if we did that next year
Yeah.
or over
Um,
the summer.
sure.
We should do Jaws, by the way. We've never done Jaws. That's sort of crazy.
We've never done Jaws.
We never did it.
That's shocking to me.
Yeah.
All right. Uh,
So this mother and son, they have a
thank
weird
you.
relationship, right?
Yes.
What the
Yes, they
fuck is
do,
happening with
Logan.
them?
All right. He like wakes her up in bed. First of all,
The shot of her leg is the first shot of the film. Or first we
they're
see the people die, right? There's
yeah,
like a
for
couple die.
at the shipwreck.
And they're
All
trying to
right.
fuck underwater. This movie's
They
crazy, guys. This
this
movie, everything that happens in this movie is crazy.
I loved it. I mean, I'm looking at a shipwreck and then a couple trying to fuck underwater, and I'm
Not
just
like
like,
in the water, like in the
no,
ocean. They're
like
underwater, fully
under the deep.
submerged.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the abyss, fucking each other. She cuts his underwear off with a knife. Did you right?
yeah, she
Pulls a
does.
knife and goes. She cut it. This movie's incredible,
It
guys.
was hot.
But it made no sense. They're trying to fuck underwater. That's not possible.
I think
There's
it's
no one.
possible.
Is it possible? If it's
Probably
possible, there's no
dangerous.
pleasure. Are you getting pleasure
You
out of that?
I don't know. It's more just to say you did it, I guess.
Or just to say you did it? But
Yeah.
my
I think
mind
you'd
was
end up with
blown.
some sort of infection.
Oh, right, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Crazy.
uh so
But the mother and
all
son,
right.
yeah.
They're trying to establish that we're establishing our characters. This is a mother and son,
A single
right?
mother, her
So
relationship problems.
obviously, what we should do to establish that it's a mother son is have the son crawl into bed on top of the mother, even though he is
20?
an older teenager or and taller than her, and just start flirting with her in the bed, and then
And she's
have
wearing
her
no
react
clothes.
to it like it's fucking awesome.
And the first shot of the film is like, look how sexy this mom is right
Yeah.
before the sun comes in. She's wearing no clothes in bed, just like the blanket over her. And then the next scene, they're sitting at the table, and he like stands up next to her and gets in her face, like, "Why don't you kiss me, mom?" He doesn't say that to her, but he like gets right up on her. It was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
I thought they were establishing a couple. It took me a while. I had to like really pay attention to the exposition. Like so
He
she
says
starts
like, if you
saying,
were still with dad, people
"I
wouldn't be
know." I'm
hitting
like,
on you.
"What?
Yeah,
Wait. Is she not with dad anymore because she had an incestuous relationship with you and left him?"
yeah. I would leave if my wife was fucking my son. Also, probably
Yeah.
that'd be a problem for me.
That would be a big problem. That would be a deal breaker.
But they don't really mention it. This is a normal relationship besides that they fuck each other.
Honestly, they never even have another scene together in the entire movie.
Yeah, or he gets a
They,
job and leaves.
yeah, they
And
just
dad's Lance Henriksen, by the way. That was cool.
yeah, he's there. You know, that's the thing. Like James Cameron wants to pretend this isn't his first movie, but it starts with a shipwreck. It's
There's
got Lance
divorce.
Henriksen. His co-writer fucking created Dark Angel. I don't see how this isn't part of his filmography.
And I feel like divorce is crucial to James Cameron. He loves a
Eh,
divorce story. And he's been
everyone did
divorced
back
five
then.
times.
Yeah,
No,
Cameron. She's been divorced a few times.
like Gail Ann Hurd, Linda Hamilton,
Yeah.
uh,
Is he
somebody
still with the
else.
lady he met on Titanic? Catherine Bigelow.
Oh, of course, Catherine Bigelow. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel like there was another divorce, so I feel like he's probably not.
No, I think he ended up with the Titanic lady.
So he's had four wives in total, three divorces.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, and he might
Okay.
not have even been married to Bigelow. I think they might have just had a
Oh, you
relationship
might be
for a
right
long
about that.
time.
But The Abyss is all
Oh,
about a
here we go.
divorce.
Here we go. He was briefly married to Bigelow. All right, he has had five wives.
Wow.
All right, but he has been married to the Titanic lady for 25 years at this point.
Okay.
All right.
So he's done marrying.
He got through them real fast. All
Yeah, he
right.
really did.
Sharon Williams,
They're
who
like 3 years each.
she's just a rando, like a normo. All
Yeah.
right. They were married 78 to 84. All right.
That's
Then
probably his longest one.
yeah, until the Susie Amos it was.
Yeah.
All right, so he leaves her for Gail Ann Hurd, marries her instantly. All right, they're married from 85 to 89. All
And
right,
she's who The Abyss is about,
yeah, they
basically.
get a divorce. He instantly marries Catherine Big. This is the thing. He like refuses to date a woman. Like the second he likes somebody, he's like, "I'm marrying her
I've
right
known people
now."
like that.
Yeah, I guess so. So Bigelow he's married to from 89 to 91. Then he takes a little break from marriage. He's like, all right, let me tap out. Let's see what's going on. Then in 1997, he's like, Linda Hamilton. I've known her for, you know, 15 years at this point.
If I'm gonna pick one, might be her.
I think I could spend the rest of my life with her. So he marries her. It's 97. They're he marries her in 1997,
Titanic year.
the year Titanic comes out, which is the woman he's married to now was an actor in Titanic.
Yeah, so
So,
he'd already known.
so
He has him on
all
layaway.
right. So the day after his marriage to Linda Hamilton, he meets
Beep, beep,
his
beep, 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 beep.
another lady, and he's like, "Oh God, I think I married the wrong one."
Mm.
All right. So Hamilton, he divorces her in 99. And then Susie Amos, he marries in 2000. And he's been with her ever since. All right. He found true love at last.
Should we rank them based on attractiveness? I'm
I'm
just kidding.
gonna
I don't
rank
know what a lot of them look like.
uh I'll say Bigelow number one,
All right.
then Linda, then probably the current one, then Gail Ann Hurd. And no one knows what that rando looks like.
You're not a Gail Ann Hurd guy?
I just looked her up and you know, it's okay.
All right. So what else happens? Yeah,
You
this
know,
movie's crazy.
Gail Ann Hurd, by the way, after marrying, after divorcing James Cameron, she married Brian De Palma.
Wow.
And then they were
Brian De
only
Palma.
together for 2 years. They got divorced. And then she married Jonathan Hensley, the dude who wrote Die Hard with a Vengeance and later directed that fucking Punisher movie with Tom Jane.
That's a great life. Doesn't Brian De Palma have a daughter named Lolita?
Does he?
Isn't that a fact about Brian De Palma?
I hope that's true. I'm looking it up right now.
So am I. Piper De Palma and Lolita De Palma.
Wow.
That's the
You
wildest
are
thing anyone's ever
you
done.
are a maniac.
He is
You're
a
like
maniac.
it's like he's just like raised her to be fuckable.
That is crazy. What a decision.
I love him.
You watched that documentary about him?
Yeah, yeah.
Did Noah Baumbach make that? Somebody
Yes,
told me
he
that.
did. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a lot of supporting characters too. We got this like horny lady around the beach,
I
right?
loved her. She's
She
very
was funny.
Jewy. She's got a great big Jewish nose, and you're not allowed to say that, but it's true.
I didn't say it.
And I know I did. And she wants to marry this guy, right? And the dude
I think she just wants to fuck. She's like, "Hey, you want to fuck me later?" Like grabs this guy's shorts at the beginning of the film.
oh well that's
She's like, "Hey,
true. But
you."
but then later on she meets a different guy and it's like, oh, he's a doctor.
Oh, right. Well, a
I want to
dentist.
be
Didn't he
with
say a
him.
dentist?
Well, if he thinks she thinks he's a doctor, and then he says, "I have to admit something. I'm not a doctor." And she looks heartbroken for a second, and then he says, "I'm a dentist." And
Yeah, she's back on board.
she goes, "My pussy's back."
Yeah, she did. She said that exactly.
Yeah, she
Do you know
dried
what they
up,
call
and then blah, 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 blah,
that was the worst thing
wet
that's ever
again.
happened. You know what they call failed doctors, right?
Dentist.
Yeah, that's a joke people
That's
like,
good.
doctors like, I think. Doctors
Yeah.
hate dentists for some reason. I think they just
Anti-dentite.
think anti-dentite. They just think they're better than them, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
the
they are.
son gets a summer job on a boat with the sexy daughter. Right?
Honestly, that daughter was so sexy. I'm not even joking. Like the second that daughter showed up, I was like, we better see them boobs. And we
We
did.
don't really.
Yes, we did.
The shirt, I don't think the shirt comes off. I think
The
it's more
shirt,
just like
it never comes off, but it's pulled up over the boobs.
I don't recall that. I remember it getting very
Absolutely.
wet, and she's not wearing a bra, obviously. So it's just like a
Mm-hmm.
big
Mm-hmm.
shirt
Yep.
wet
Yep. Yep.
with
Yep. 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 Yep.
I
Yep.
don't
Yep.
remember that.
I mean, his arc with this girl is crazy because it's like day one of his new job. All right, and his job is to like escort rich people out on their boats. All right, he's gonna
Mhm.
like be the driver, the boat driver. All right, so the second he's there, day one of his job, he's just escorting a father and his daughter. All right, he immediately identifies the daughter. Oh my god, must fuck.
Mm-hmm. I don't think
Okay.
that happens, does it? Do they seal the deal? There's sort of an item at the end. I mean,
Yeah, I mean he's gonna seal it at some point.
yeah, it's gonna be sealed
Yeah, yeah,
regardless.
absolutely. Sealed with a dick.
All right.
And so he like the first night, it's like overnight, the dad gets drunk and
Oh
passes
yeah.
out. All right. So he and the girl like take a smaller boat out onto the ocean. All right. And I'm like, well, that's fine. They're gonna get back before like the dad wakes up. He's like passed out drunk. So they could probably pull this off, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Logan. Like they like
They get
find an
lost. They're on a beach.
island. I don't even think they do get lost. Like
No, they don't get lost.
it's like the next morning and they're still just like chilling and like they don't seem to wonder at all what the dad is thinking. This guy is just like, it's day one of my new job, but look at this girl. I'm gonna throw it all away for this. And honestly, you know, it's a good move.
Pretty,
You could always get another job.
yeah, you can always get another woman.
But a woman like this on day one of your job, and she's just hot to trot.
She like made the first move, like, hey, my dad's asleep. Let's go out. He drank all that wine to fall asleep. Let's go. They're like making out in the waterfall. She does. She seems to really like him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I get
she's
the
in
move.
and like he's no prize.
Come on. Even his mom wants to fuck him.
That's I guess that's true. Yeah, he
That's the
apparently
sign
is
of
a
a
prize.
prize.
Yeah. All right. Who are our other supporting
Oh,
characters?
we got these people that dynamite fish, right? They're on the boat. They throw dynamite in the water. They kill it, and then the cop comes up, but he doesn't arrest them because they're friends,
Were they
right?
black dudes?
Yeah, fought like a
Yeah,
father
yeah,
and
yeah.
son. I want to say
Right,
maybe,
right, right.
and that was pretty fun. And we get
Sure.
there's like this real sexy. I thought this one woman was like a sexy woman with like a nerd guy, and she like kept making him buy her stuff. That was like their dynamic. She seemed to be with him for the money. A lot of stuff
I
like
don't
that.
remember that.
Let me tell you something about the daughter.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first of all, her name is Leslie Graves in real life.
Mhm.
She died at the age of 35 years old
I read this. Yeah, of AIDS, I
of
think.
AIDS or
Yeah,
age-related illnesses, something like that.
terrible. But you know
Yeah,
what? She can rest easy knowing that she gave this podcaster a nice boner.
I don't think that's that hard a thing to do, probably.
I mean, yeah, I guess. All right.
There's this other couple. They are like they just like hang out on a boat. It's like two women, the topless women.
Oh my God, I loved these women. First of all, one of them never acted again. The
The
blonde one.
blonde, she doesn't do
Yeah, yeah.
much.
She barely does anything. But the brunette one,
Yeah.
Logan, I very much recognized from shit. In fact, we're gonna hit her on an episode of Angel at some
Oh
point.
my God.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Um, but what else was she? I need to look it up. She was wild, and she was another one where I was like, I showed up. I was like, I hope we get to see them knockers, and very quickly, yes, thank you.
It might happen immediately. I wrote down one line. She says, we better put something on. We're heading into port. Like they're just randomly topless for no reason. And the
I
line is, we
love
better
it.
put something on. That is
Great work.
hilarious.
Great
That,
work.
that is good stuff.
Oh,
But
she was in an episode of Veronica Mars. That's the other thing I know her from.
so Angel and Veronica Mars.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool. It's good she
She's
got
great.
cast for something where she didn't have to take her top off. Shout out to
Hey,
her.
yeah, she made it to network television. She's a talented young actress. Well, not young at all, but
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
apparently she was friends with Prince.
That's cool.
They
Uh,
probably fucked.
all right. But there's like a love triangle. So Lance Henriksen is the husband, the ex-husband cop, but also she. So the thing is, she's a diving instructor. Mom is a diving instructor,
That's right.
and the guy who went missing at the beginning was a diver, right? So like the cop is like they go. That's why she goes to the morgue to see
Yeah, she's
investigate
like
it.
conducting dives near this shipwreck. Like they're using the shipwreck as like, look, you look at that. That go underwater, look at that.
Incredible. Like the James Cameron stuff is like it's
Yeah,
so cool to me at least. But
it's
wait,
great.
the other guy is Steve Marichuk. He plays Tyler Sherman. He's another a diver who likes the wife, so they sort of fuck each other, and
Oh,
then the
that's right. He ends
husband
up
gets
dying,
jealous.
doesn't
He
he?
dies at the end. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, at first he's hitting on the wife pretty hard, and I'm like, I don't think she's into it.
she
And
was.
then like she was, because they straight up fuck, and Lance Henriksen walks in on them in bed together,
Yeah, leaves.
and then
Doesn't
gets
like
back
that.
together with her like the next day. Can you imagine that?
He's dead. The other guy's dead. There's no competition.
Can you imagine that sequence of events though?
They're
It's
broken
like
up.
it's like, all right, imagine you have an ex-girlfriend, Logan.
Yeah.
All right. One day you walk in on her right at you can smell the sex in the air. All
Okay.
right. And it's like, ugh. All right. Later that day, that guy she fucked dies.
That's a win for me.
All right. Then even later that same day, you get back together with her. You're married.
What's the issue? He's dead. And you were broken up, and it seemed to be his fault that they were broken up. Like she can do whatever she wants.
No, I'm not saying she can't do whatever she wants.
You just think he shouldn't take her back?
Honestly, I'm not even arguing it. No, I guess if you're Lance
It seemed to be his
Henriksen,
fault.
yeah, he seems to want her back the whole time. And it's not like he's not going to take her back because she fucked some rando. It's just
Right.
weird that he's dead.
Yeah. I
But I
mean,
guess that's helpful.
if he can take her back after she fucked his son, and I don't think I would see why this is an issue. You know,
Something was going on between that
it,
mom and son.
it was the weirdest
That
thing.
was not fully platonic.
It might have been like the French part of it.
I don't know. How far you think that went?
I think they were fucking each other. That was like what I thought at the beginning. I was like, these two are fucking each other, and then I learned they were brother, like or
Their
son
mother
and
and
mother.
son. I don't know if they were fucking each other, but they were definitely shacked up in a house together for a couple of years. And I think maybe like she walked in on him watching porn and
And
she
he
was like, "Can
finished.
I watch with you?" And they started out just touching themselves in front of each other and then maybe hands crossed.
Okay.
All right.
Is it possible that the actors just fucked each other and like it was undeniable?
That is very possible.
They
Yeah,
couldn't,
yeah, and they couldn't turn off that chemistry. They had they were supposed to be mother and son, but now they had fuck chemistry.
yeah. And they were too bad of an actor to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
switch back.
It's not like any of the actors in this movie are really good, except for like Lance
Lance
Henriksen.
Henriksen, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that Tyler Sherman was kind of cool. I was like, who
yeah,
is this
he
guy?
had a good vibe.
Yeah, he had a good like surfer guy vibe to him. I
There
liked
were
him.
a couple. I actually thought that the Jewish lady who like desperately wanted that dentist. I thought she was like giving a good performance.
I fully agree. She was fully committed. She knew what her role was. She was
Yes.
great. Yeah.
Mhm.
Who are the other people? Did we get any? I
There
liked
was
how
like a lifeguard. Remember, like someone goes to his door and there's like an older lady who's like a horny older lady, and she thinks she's gonna fuck this lifeguard, but when she knocks on his door, he's in there with a female lifeguard, and they've already fucked.
oh, I don't feel like I remember that.
Oh my god. Yeah,
That's
she
sad.
had sort of like sparse blonde hair, like a lady and probably in her mid 50s.
Well, she just has to wait for that other girl to die by piranha, and then she can end up with the guy
I
like
think
Lance did.
I think perhaps they both died
Oh
is
shit.
the problem. And he
Oh.
might have also. A lot of people die in this movie.
Yeah, I mean it's hard
Big
to get away from piranhas that fly. That would be tough to defend against.
It's true. Yeah. You get a big body count.
Yeah, I'd love to know it. Maybe next episode we'll look up the body count for each film. Did you like the nerd guy who they trick? They're like trying to steal food, and the guy shows up, and they're like, "Hey, come have a threesome." The two girls, they're like, "Come have a threesome with us," and then they trick him, but he like jumps in the water. That was a
That
bad
was
jump.
such a fucking dick move. All
Yeah,
right.
I mean they were
They
caught. They had to.
why?
What do you mean why?
Why couldn't they just give him a hand job?
Why do they? Why is that their duty?
They're stealing food from a resort.
Right.
Okay. I mean, they're like the fucking hookers in season 2 of the White Lotus at this point.
Okay.
And so they make it off with all this food. A chef catches them. All right.
But he's like a real nerd. They know they can take advantage of him. They know he's a virgin. He's like coming up stuttering, like, "Hey, you
I
take my
know,
food."
but why do they need to take advantage of him like that? Like they were mean.
That's who they are. I thought it fit within their character. They seemed like
And
mean
you know,
girls.
the blonde girl wasn't mean. Did you notice that when he missed that jump into the boat, which was the intention, and
Yeah,
the girl was like, "See ya, asshole."
that was mean. I didn't like that.
I know, I fucking hated that. But did you hear what the blonde girl said?
What? No.
She goes, "Hey, I thought he was cute."
Really?
Yeah, see, he could have gotten a hand job from her, and she prevented it.
Yeah. But
and
the
took his
brunette was in
food.
charge. Yeah, it was a bad jump
Fucking.
by him though. Like that was
Also,
he
he
could have
said he
made
was
it.
gonna cook for them. He should have. I mean,
They can
they're on
cook
the
themselves,
run. You think they could cook themselves?
of course.
I don't believe so.
Well, how hard is it? It's just like meat.
They're scavengers.
You just make a fire and like put it over the fire and it'll get hot and cook. That's how cooking works. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but he's gonna cook them a gourmet meal.
I'll take or leave it. Gourmet meal plus you have to give a hand job or you cook it yourself and you don't have to
The
give a hand
1 year
job.
old wants to give the hand job
She said he
regardless.
was cute. That doesn't mean she wants to give him a hand job. There's a big difference between those two things.
Not as big as you'd think.
So every cute person you see, you're like, I'd like to give them a hand job.
No, but every girl who I can tell thinks I'm cute, I feel like I could probably get a hand job from.
That's an interesting way to think. Uh, we go to the morgue. I liked how James Cameron, I assume this was him. I don't know who directed this movie anymore. But the guys at the beginning, they're all eaten up, but their face is fully intact where the goggles were. I
Oh
liked
yeah,
that. It was like
that was cool.
looked normal, and then everything else was like all meaty. That was really cool looking.
Yeah.
But
Honestly, the dead bodies looked really good in this movie, and
I
you got to
agree.
give it to Cameron because he's like the special effects guy.
Well, now I don't know how much was you there for.
Well, I think all the effects are him. I just
Okay.
think like the dude did some shooting. Like probably a lot of the boobs are him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine that. Cameron doesn't seem like a. I mean, Terminator has sex in it, but he doesn't seem
Yeah,
like a sex type guy.
no, because the second he's attracted to a woman, he marries her.
Yeah, he's a marriage guy. He locks it down.
Yeah, he's the marrying
That
kind.
is my least favorite part of the Terminator, though. When Michael Biehn
What?
and Linda Hamilton have to have sex because they have to have the baby.
Yeah, yeah,
What's his name?
right.
John Connor. I don't
John
know.
Connor, of course. Edward
Yeah,
Furlong.
but it has to happen, I guess.
You could be mine.
Is that one of his songs?
That's the Guns N' Roses song that John Connor likes to listen to when he's riding around on his bicycle.
Oh, that's a bicycle.
Yeah, doesn't he have a bicycle in Terminator 2?
Oh, I'm thinking of them on the motorcycle, but that's the term. That's his motor. Arnold steals it at the beginning of the
That's
film.
right.
My bad.
Banana.
They play that.
I believe so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I my favorite part of the Terminator, the first one, is that the roommate has a pet iguana. That's such a fun choice to me.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
always think about that when I see an
I
iguana. I think about Terminator.
I forgot that, but that is a fun detail of the Terminator.
He does it in the Abyss. There's a guy with a rat, and I hate that. I hate the guy with the rat in the Abyss. They like
Yeah.
drown the rat. I hate that part too.
He likes sidekick pets.
He does. It worked once. It didn't work the second time.
Is there a pet in Titanic? Anybody on that boat have a pet?
I don't believe so.
Good.
Maybe an Avatar. Giovanni Ribisi has like a pet cat or something.
A pet water cat.
Water cat. A tree cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But I mean, what happens? We go to the morgue.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
fly. I guess the big thing in this movie is the piranhas fly. It's
Right.
crazy.
I mean, they barely explain it. It's something like there were further experiments on piranha by the military that
Now they
we weren't
fly.
told about. They fly. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. All
And there's
right.
like a twist where Tyler turns out he was working for them, right? I don't know if I fully bought into all that stuff.
Yeah, that's right. He was a little bit like a two-timer.
Aliens, the aliens guy,
Oh,
the
Paul Reiser.
Paul Reiser
Yeah,
and
I guess
aliens.
so. Yeah, Cameron, he's got his ticks.
It's incredible, yeah.
Hmm.
So that's I guess what happens, and they're all on the beach. They like take on the piranhas on the beach. We have
I loved
fire.
how
We try to
much
fight them.
there was so much beach in this movie, and I was just loving life. The whole thing takes place on a resort. All right. So it's a bunch of just random characters on a resort that you're like checking in on. It was like a season of the White Lotus. But it
Yeah,
was also
your
sort of
second White
like
Lotus reference.
Friday the 13th. Like I love those Friday the 13th movies because they set it at a camp. All right. And then they're just at a camp the entire movie. You got some counselors, you got some campers. All right. Then one
And
guy
a
is
killer.
chasing them. All right. Yeah. But now this is a sea based killer. Okay. So it's like a Friday the 13th movie where it's a requirement that everybody needs to be oceanside at all
Right.
times. All right. I mean, that's just made for me.
It is. And all the characters were pretty good. Like I liked they're all like well
They were all
developed,
distinct.
distinct.
Uh-huh. I wanted to see them all naked. We got to see most of them.
Cast very well. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, just a complete delight on every level.
I mean, yeah, I mean I basically agree, honestly.
Thank you.
You were higher on me. When I saw your review, I was like, whoa, holy shit, I'm gonna love this film. Daniel was like, it's over the moon about it. But
I mean,
I
it has a 2.1 average on Letterboxd, and that's got to be mostly just Cameron heads watching this to be a completist. And they're like, "Oh, it's not
but wouldn't they want to love it?
Avatar." Yeah,
If I'm a Cameron head, I want to love this shit.
but they probably know he got fired 2.5 weeks in, so they're
Mm.
like, "Oh,
This
it's
isn't his real
bullshit."
movie.
Right.
They took it
I
away
don't
from him.
respect this. This could have been genius. But,
Watch the director's cut.
fuck off. Why don't you just turn your bullshit off and have a good time, movie buffs? All
Yeah,
right?
fucking nerds.
You fucking nerds.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm like that, so I get it.
Listen, this is a movie with flying piranha in it, with a
Piranha.
James Cameron pedigree, 80s
Who did
boobs.
the score?
Of, I don't know, it was pretty good.
I wrote at the end. Sounds like Terminator. Like do. Like at the end, I don't know what was going on, but it sounded like that. Whatever was happening.
And remember when that helicopter exploded for like no reason?
Yeah, we get another one in the TV film. I did not expect an explosion in the
I
TV
know. I
movie.
can't believe it. They blowing because back then, like there was no CGI. It's like, how are we gonna get people excited? Just blow something up.
Yeah, we'll just literally blow something up, catch it
Yeah.
on film. That'd be
It
cool.
happened in the first one too.
Yeah,
There's like that boat
the
jump
dock thing.
in the
Yeah,
first one, and then in this, there's a helicopter. Lance Henriksen jumps out of a fucking helicopter that he's driving, and then
I
just
think you
lets it
fly it.
sort of
I don't think
spin
you drive
out.
it.
All
Do you
right.
fly it or drive it? I don't know.
I think you're doing both.
You're doing both. I'm
All
just
right.
picking fights. But yeah, it
You
was
are.
cool. Lance
Uh,
Henriksen MVP.
is he?
I think so.
I'm gonna go
Who
with
else
that
is it?
AIDS girl.
Come on, you're just horny for
I know.
her. All right. Oh, and her sad her last name is Graves also, and she died so young.
Oh, wow.
She was destined.
Sad. She only has 2 credits, and we covered them both on this podcast.
Well, it's the second one.
Death Wish 2.
Oh, I didn't watch Death Wish 2. Okay, my
Yeah.
bad. All right. You remember her in there?
No, but I'm gonna go back watch Death Wish 2 again in order to catch a glimpse of my favorite actress, Leslie Graves.
All right. I'll do that too. We'll do that
Okay.
together. And we'll talk about it. Hey, I'm watching here. Tune in. Uh, so yeah, we everybody lives. All our well, our boyfriend dies, but
Certainly not everybody lives.
our
Lots
family
of people fucking
lives.
die. But
Our
yeah,
three main players and the
Henriksen and
girlfriend.
the wife and the son, the girl he was fucking, and her dad all
Oh, he
live.
lived. Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Did the dynamite fisherman live? He was cool.
No, no. He gets this is a 1982 horror movie, all right? Any
And that
black
guy was
person
black.
that's showing up is dying instantly, all right?
That's fair
And
enough.
so like really the only black people in the movie are the dynamite fisherman and the morgue attendant. All right?
And they both get
And
it.
they both get it fucking in their first scene.
The morgue one might be my favorite part.
That was a great shot. I mean, because you know what? You're not expecting it. Like
Yes, you are. She's spending. Why are we getting a scene in the morgue with the morgue lady? She's about to die.
I thought we were just gonna get some pseudoscience or something.
She's by
But like
herself. Like they
it's like
leave and
this
she's
is a
alone.
piranha movie. I have it built into my head. Like, in order to see piranha in this movie, we've got to be out on the water.
Yeah.
But no.
Well, I got to be honest. I've seen Piranha 3 Double D, and a piranha comes out of someone's body.
Oh,
So
really? I wonder if
I
it's a
was,
Piranha 2 the spawning reference.
yeah. So I was expecting it here. I think that's probably why. But I remembered
Mm,
that part. So that'll be fun next week. But
yeah.
What do we give it? You're gonna go three, four, five?
I'm gonna give it a 6.
That's six.
Yeah.
All right, I won't go too crazy. I'll give it a five. And the MVP is Lance Henriksen.
Obviously Leslie Graves.
Oh yeah. And who's the LVP?
LVP. Oh,
The
that
Sun?
girl. No, the girl who wouldn't let the fucking chef get a hand job.
What is a weird stance you're taking? I'm gonna go with the Sun.
Are you kidding me? He
Why was he
scored
trying to
Leslie
fuck his
Graves.
mom? That's part of the script. That's not his doing. If anyone was in that spot, they would have done the same
I
thing.
guess you're right. Just like that scene is unexplainable. The
Don't fuck your
sexual heat
co-star, so you have such weird
between that mother
chemistry.
and son. But like, it's not like you watch like like I watched Parenthood, that show on NBC.
Yeah.
Lauren Graham and Peter Krause were playing brother and sister, and they were fucking. But they were good actors. I never saw it on screen. I never got any heat
That's why
between
he's the
them.
LVP. He couldn't pull it off. What Peter
Yeah.
Krause was doing.
But what about the mom? She couldn't pull it off either.
I think the guy was just bringing such crazy energy. She was just trying to like maintain like
Match. Yeah, she was trying to match the energy.
yeah, it was weird. I thought she was
Yeah.
pretty good. Like when she was alone with those other men,
Agreed.
Lance and the
Agreed.
guy, I thought she
I
was
thought
really
she
good.
had nice chemistry with that Tyler fella.
Same. But the boy couldn't do it. And I couldn't tell how old he was. He was like Denny from The Room. Was he 15 or 30? I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either, honestly.
It was weird.
You want to hear something fun?
Yeah, always.
At one point, there's the manager of the hotel, Logan. He's
Yeah.
sort of like the mayor Larry Vaughn of this movie, who's just always like,
Or
what?
the Dick Miller from the last film.
Yeah, exactly. So his name is Raul,
Yeah. Eating
Logan.
Raul. Did the piranhas
And
eat Raul?
at one point the piranhas ate him, and I turned to Dallas. I was like, eating Raul.
That's good. That's very good. Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you so much. All right. Is that it?
That's Piranha 2, the spawning. I feel like spent a lot of time on it.
I could spend I could do
We
a
could do
weekly podcast on
a
Piranha
commentary
2 the
track, I think would
spawning.
be perfect.
It would be great. But except it's not like available anywhere. So I don't know how you're gonna watch it.
Ross Flicks.
Yeah, everybody. We gotta get everybody on Ross Flicks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How are people gonna watch it that are
That's what I'm
listening?
saying. That's what I'm saying.
That are listening to this week? They don't have anyone to watch it?
I'm sure you can watch it illegally online or something. I've seen a couple people watching it for the show.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Sorry to you guys.
Some people found this TV movie even.
Oh, yeah.
God
Well, shout out
bless
to
them.
Ross for making it
God
easy
bless
for
our
us.
listeners.
Yeah, seriously. But Piranha 1995.
All right, yeah. So there's no more Piranha movies for 13 years. Then Roger Corman's like, remember that movie I made, Piranha?
Yeah.
And here, we'll do the conversation. I'm
Yeah, who am
Roger
I?
Corman. You're a studio executive. All right,
Okay.
you're the head of Showtime.
Okay.
All right. That movie I produced in the 70s, Piranha.
The 70s. This is the 90s.
I I know, but the 90s is a time of remakes. I'm feeling that we could update this thing. All right.
Name
Now,
5 successful remakes, and I'll think about it.
um, you got me there.
Get out of my office. So it's never getting made.
You really but it got made. Don't derail my scene.
Okay, sorry.
All right,
All right, come back in here. I'm sorry. I don't not on my medication today. Like
all
J.
right,
Jonah Jameson.
all right. Listen, Piranha. You've seen that movie?
Yeah, I love it. 2 is better.
It's a perfect movie. I've always thought. I would not change anything except for two things.
What do you got?
All right, you watch that movie now. They got some droopy 1970s boobs in there. I say we rocket it up. Big old fake silicone tits. All
Here's
right.
$1 million.
Nice rock hard 90s fake boobs. All right.
You have 3 weeks to shoot it.
All right. And number two.
I already said yes. Get
Oh,
out.
okay. Great.
Better boobs.
That
Go.
that that's what happened.
What's number two though?
They changed the sound effects.
Oh, okay, right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And they made
All
the
right.
doctor a woman.
That is true. They made the doctor a woman, and the one other thing they changed, they established that Grogan, the male lead, had worked at his ex-wife's dad's law firm before they broke up. We get a
Yeah,
weird
for
bit of
some reason we
exposition
need
about
that.
that. He
That
like
added nothing.
he quit because like the law firm was doing shady shit, I think. And so it was like he's a hero. We didn't need it at all, but
No.
I assume that's why it was there.
Yeah, weird,
Um
weird.
all right. So this airs October 1st, 1995 on Showtime. It is directed by Scott P. Levy and written by Alex Simon, neither of whom have IMDb pages.
Well,
I mean, neither of them have Wikipedia pages. Alex Simon, I don't even know really what he did. He added the fucking lawyer thing, I guess. But I
great
mean,
job.
like, so much of the script is word for word.
Yeah. The piranhas, they're eating the guests, sir. The same,
Yeah.
it just is the same thing.
Yeah. Except they don't set that scene on a beach. We set it in an office. And I'm
Great
like,
job.
that's the worst change you could possibly make.
That's probably a
All right.
budget reason. Couldn't shoot
I,
it on a beach.
I guess that's true, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cheaper to shoot an indoor set.
Yeah.
All right. Uh I want to talk about this. I looked up what else was on that night,
Okay.
October 1st, 1995. All
Yeah.
right. And there were some new episodes of The Simpsons, and it was a Sunday. All right. But ABC, CBS, and NBC all aired new TV movies
Wow.
opposite this movie. All right.
Okay.
So I thought we could talk about the movies. I could tell you about them, and you can rank how much you were likely to watch them on that night if you were alive in
How
19.
old am I at the time?
Let's say your current age.
Okay. All right.
All right. Um. All right. You ready?
Oh
So
yeah.
one of the movies it's a remake of Prado. All right.
Am I ranking them?
Yeah, you're gonna rank them by how much you want to watch them.
All right.
ABC, they've got a film called Trial by Fire. All right. And this is about a teacher, a female teacher, who has sex with a male student.
Oh my goodness. High
Okay.
school?
In high school. And then the male student kills himself, Logan, and the family takes her to trial. They blame her for the suicide.
Wow. Should I wait for the end or go as you go?
Well, right, where's that?
That's
More
ahead
or
of
less than
Piranha.
that's ahead of Prime. I
I,
agree.
I want to watch that right after this
I
podcast.
I know. I couldn't agree more. All right, CBS. They've got a film called A Child Is Missing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's about a child getting abducted by a mountain man. All right. Just a dude who lives in the woods. All right. And that mountain man is played by Henry Winkler.
That's second place.
That's ahead of Piranha though?
Yep.
All
I mean,
right,
this is
all
a
right.
remake of something I've already seen. What do I
I
care about
know.
this?
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Now, number three, NBC. They've got Hunt for Justice. The most
Okay.
generic titles, all of them. Trial by Fire, A Child is Missing, and Hunt for Justice.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Someone got paid for those.
Yeah. So Hunt for Justice, that's Adam Arkin and Nicholas Turturro. All right. The two lesser members of their families, their
Say the
acting
first one.
families. Adam Arkin.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And Nicholas Turturro. and they're tracking down terrorists.
That's it. That's all I get.
One of them's a cop, one of them's an FBI guy. They team up to find a terrorist cell in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's third. The first one is the suicide. The second one's
I'd
the
put
mountain
Piranha.
man.
I'd put Piranha above that one.
I mean, that sounds like Broken Arrow or something.
Yeah, but on a TV movie budget with Adam Arkin and Nicholas Turturro.
Well, I've already seen this movie. Am I watching this for the second time? After, am I assuming I've already seen this?
No, no, you've seen Piranha
But not this
1978,
one.
but not this.
I know Mila Kunis. I'd probably pick this one.
You don't
You're
know
right.
Mila Kunis in 1995?
Oh, I don't know her yet. I haven't seen
No.
Honey, We Shrunk
The
Ourselves.
most
Is that out
famous
yet?
person in this movie at this point
William Cat.
is it? Even is William Cat?
He's like a name I've heard before.
Yeah, I know, me too. The female lead is from Baywatch. I recognized her.
His top four: The Man from Earth, Carrie. That's pretty cool. House, The Greatest American Hero. 44 episodes.
Oh,
of
he's the greatest
Hero.
American hero.
Oh
He's the
shit!
titular greatest American hero.
So William Cat. So he's pretty famous of the time.
All right, so it's like they're remaking Piranha. It's on Showtime, so there could be some boobs, and it's got the greatest American hero and like the fifth hottest girl on Baywatch.
That's Alexandra Paul.
Yeah,
Okay. Fifth hottest. That's nothing to shake a stick at, though.
I
Is that a phrase?
Baywatch had a very attractive cast.
Yeah. I'd love to be the fifth most attractive woman on Baywatch. That's pretty cool.
She
Have
was
you seen the
also
new?
in a few. She had an arc in the last season of Melrose Place too.
Okay. Have you seen the new Pamela Anderson movie?
No,
Oh, you said that like you're
you
not
know,
gonna watch it.
I was interested in it, and then I saw a review of it that it was by our good friend Coach, you
Mhm.
know, a listener of the show. He said it's like a female Birdman,
I never saw Birdman, so
and that made me not want to watch it.
yeah. But you hate women and you didn't like Birdman.
More the latter thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I Is that the one with Jamie Lee Curtis?
What?
Is she in the Pamela Anderson movie? She's like,
Oh, I don't know.
oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, Piranha 19. Sorry, I distracted you. You're talking about William Cat. Oh, Baywatch, Alexander Paul.
It's whatever. All
Okay.
right. So, I mean, what do you even have to say about this fucking thing?
We diss your boy at the start. Did you
Who's
catch
my
this?
boy?
Woody Allen. We
Oh
say
yeah.
she
Go
says,
ahead.
I always dreamed of being swept off my feet by Indiana Jones. Instead, I got stuck with Woody Allen. I was
Yeah.
like,
Meanwhile,
oh,
she's like desperate to fuck this guy.
yeah, they seem to really like each other. They have a good
Yeah, they do.
relationship besides that one line where she was really
Yeah.
mean to him. But yeah, they got
Is
naked
that
and died.
really mean?
Well, I mean, she said she wanted like this cool guy, but she's like, instead, I'm stuck with this loser. She like made it out like it was mean.
I guess so. I
It
guess
was
so.
framed mean, I thought.
All right.
But
So
they die.
yeah, they die immediately.
It's
They're
the
like
same movie.
the opening. It's the exact same movie. I mean, we
Except
can't
the
just
three
go through
differences
the
we
whole
just
fucking
said.
thing again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of other different. It's really like some of the edges are sanded off. Like, um, at the beginning, like when he's like delivered, it's just a bag of alcohol in the original movie.
Yeah.
In this one, he gets some groceries mixed in.
Oh wow. I didn't catch
Yeah,
that.
so he's not
That's
just a
funny.
low down drunk.
I like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot about that part in the first movie. He's constantly filling up this little canteen with alcohol.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's not really a thing here, really. But I thought that they made the doctor not only a woman or the scientist, not just a woman, but she was like she seemed like she attacked them at the beginning. They like set her up to be like the bad guy, but then it was all just a
I know,
misunderstanding.
but they go through all the same motions, you know, like when she's asleep and she starts with razor teeth. That you
And
know, they
she's the one
take
that
her out
saves the
on that
boy.
boat. Yeah, yeah.
It's the same
It's
thing.
the same movie.
But not the same. It just shows the production value. And remember, we talked about in the first film how we saw the little boy flip onto the boat.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get that shot in this film. They couldn't get it
No,
with this budget. We see the boat flip over, and then we see the boy like crawl up onto the boat.
maybe it's like it was a risky shot. Like we were allowed to use child actors in that way. Like you know, the John Landis thing happened between these two
Mm,
Piranha movies. You know,
that's a
like
good
we have
point.
to be a little more
Who
careful
knows?
on the set now.
Yeah. Yeah, good call. And
They could have at least gotten a fucking midget and
oh wow, I don't think you can
shot
say
him
that word
from
anymore. A little
a,
person.
a very talented dwarf actor and fucking shot him from behind to make it look like it's a kid.
Yeah, we didn't know. We didn't know the tricks yet.
Are you kidding me? James Cameron would have thought of it.
Yeah, we should remake Piranha.
You and
Now
me?
that we know all this. What?
You and me?
Oh, I just meant someone, but me and you. Yeah, we could do that.
I
Can I be
want to
the
be in it.
dog? I want to be the dog.
You want to play the dog?
Brandy. I feel like we didn't know its name until this film, or did we know it in the last film?
I think we might have known it in the last one.
But he's like, "Hey,
Um,
Brandy."
all right, fine. Who do I want to play?
No, I want to be the guy, the main guy, obviously.
Of course you do. I will be the camp counselor.
He's not really in this one, is he?
No, not really.
That
Yeah, I feel
sucks.
like that whole thing is cut. There's like one scene in this movie where Mila Kunis has a bandage on her leg, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's in the first movie when she was like pretending to wear a bandage so she didn't have to go into the ocean. She like
Mm.
pretending her leg is hurt, but they must have cut that scene out because there's no explanation for the bandage in this one.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot less dialogue over there, but we get just like a lot of Mila Kunis' face, just like watching, observing
And
stuff.
she is a tiny little girl.
Yeah, she's
And
like 5 years old,
this
six
is
years old.
easily the youngest I've ever seen her. I mean, I don't think she's five. I think she's probably like
No,
10 or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah,
But like still, that is wild to see her at that age.
yeah. And then 12-year-old Ashton Kutcher was like, "Oh yeah."
12-year-old, 16-year-old Ashton
16-year-old.
Kutcher was like, oh yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we see like they do some of the same iconic stuff where we she's like under the boat, we get that thing. We
Yeah,
eat the
yeah.
raft that they go on. It's like it's the same movie. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
we do shoot a commercial. That's not in the first film.
Oh yeah, that's a whole thing in this one.
Yeah, and there's like the sexy woman trying to get in the commercial. They go out on a
Yeah,
boat.
there's like a sexy camp counselor who's like trying to seduce the director of the commercial.
That's probably my favorite part, actually.
Yeah, that part was pretty fun. Why it's your favorite part because it's at least something new.
Yeah, and I
But
liked her. She brought the goods. I thought she was talented.
you talking about her boobs?
No, I mean yeah, but she was very good. She was like,
No,
I
she was.
bought.
I did like that one shot where like the camera was panning out like in the commercial, and then she was just like in the foreground of the shot, and they're like, you can't be in the shot.
That tricked me. I thought that the director was gonna be like, yeah, she can, like, but she jumped in there without his permission. I thought he
Yeah.
was gonna be like a
she,
Joss
she
thing.
was holding him out for it was the reverse. It was like, I listen, if you let me in this shot, I will fuck you after you film this commercial.
Yeah, Joss
And
says you
and
gotta
he's
fuck
like,
first.
yeah, and he's just like, can you just fuck me anyway? And she's like, quid pro quo.
Yeah, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, she was cool. She's probably the MVP. Did anything else like different happen? I don't think so.
No,
We got
no,
the
that we
the key on the pants. We got that again. Take off the guy's pants that have the
yeah,
key
yeah.
on it.
We got the very talented jet skier, water
Really?
skier again.
He
Yeah,
wasn't
there
nearly as good though,
he
right?
wasn't nearly as good. The guy in the original is like
I
a
should have
fucking
brought that guy back.
legend as far as I'm concerned. He
Pay
should
that
be in
guy
the
whatever he
water.
wanted.
If there's a like a water sports Hall of Fame, he should be in it.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the guy from whoever was doing it in Friday the 13th remake, I feel like they were pretty good too. Remember that scene?
Yeah, I do.
I think that was a girl. I don't really remember.
I don't recall.
The
I don't
guy's driving the
recall.
boat because he gets an arrow through the head. Is she the because she crashes and she ends up
Yeah.
under the thing and he's above her
Isn't
and
it
he like
Ryan
hits her.
Hansen from Party Down who gets that arrow through his head?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
You're totally right. Yep. And he looks too similar to the perfect nipple placement guy. How are there two blonde guys that look so similar in that movie?
Yeah.
That's weird. Anyway, the movie over. Oh, the, the owner kills himself in this movie. That's different. He pulled a
Oh
gun
yeah,
out and
that was
shot himself.
fucking wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, there's this whole like
It was like
storyline with like
Shawshank.
an assistant, and the assistant is like trying to be like, hey, we're getting calls of piranha, and he's like, what? That's got to be a prank call, even though he knows for a fact there's piranha in there. And then yeah, once like it turns out a bunch of people died, he just straight up fucking kills himself.
Yeah.
He pulls the gun out like he's gonna shoot the assistant, and the assistant bails, and then he's just like, well.
Did he show it, put it in his mouth?
No, they like it like pans over, and you like you hear the
Right.
shot,
Reservoir Dogs
and
with
then
the
you hear him
ear.
fall.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
guess so. They should have played Stuck in the Moment with you.
yeah. If I was gonna shoot myself in the head, I would not do it in the mouth. I feel like the people you can miss like that too easily.
And where
Uh,
what would you do?
Temple, you got to go temple.
I feel like that's easier to miss.
No, no, no. I feel like in the mouth you can either go like up or like in the back. Now we're just like talking about suicide, but in the temple I feel like it's a lot easier. It's just you put it there, boom, game over. In
Yeah.
the mouth, that's scary. And I feel like it would hurt if you
You
live.
know, who likes to commit suicide in the temple?
Oh,
Depressed rabbis.
wow, good one.
Thanks.
And that's our suicide talk for the episode.
Yeah. You think I should? I feel like that's a good enough joke that I should go to a stand up open mic and open with that.
And then what else you got though?
Doesn't matter. They'll be laughing.
That's your one joke. And then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
walk
yeah.
off. You drop the mic and walk off stage.
No, but I'll keep just talk about Piranha 2 for a while.
You guys ever seen Piranha 2? That shit's wild.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. I feel like most comedians today they just do crowd work.
Yeah, not
They don't
enough joke writers
they
out
don't really
there.
tell many jokes anymore.
Hmm.
But there's Piranha. It was the MVP and LVP.
Oh
MVP,
yeah,
I'm going
what
that
do
girl. I
you
don't even know
give
who
it?
she was.
What do you give it?
Two.
Fine. MVP, you said some that blonde girl. I'll go with Leslie Graves again. And who's your LVP?
um, I don't know who literally name someone who. Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm going with the Baywatch lady. Like the female lead, I thought was god awful, especially after how much we liked Menzies in the original. Like I thought this lady brought nothing to the role. It's like she wasn't hot. She was like this weird plastic 90s version of hot. She couldn't really emote. She didn't have good chemistry with Kat. Like there was nothing. She brought nothing to the table.
I agree. Honestly, I didn't think anything of the performance at the begin, like going through it. But the girl in the first one was, I liked her a lot, and this one I
Yeah,
didn't. She just like went through. I felt the same about the counselor though, the one that dies. When she died, I felt nothing. And in the first movie, I'm like sad when that counselor dies.
agreed. I know.
And so you could go her, but she was fine. Yeah, Alexandra Paul. I didn't know she was from Baywatch, but whatever. And that's it. What are we doing next week? Oh, did
Oh
we get
well,
any comments? I don't think we did.
I, I I don't know. We're wrapping up Piranha next week. Is
I feel
the
like we got a
thing
review sort of like a couple weeks ago.
really? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Uh, hey, but we've got a bunch of new Patreon subscribers. So thank you to
Olivia
everybody
came
who's
back.
subscribed. Yeah, yeah, but like a bunch of others, like names I recognize that either used to subscribe or that have been listening for a long time and finally subscribe. Like,
Oh.
thank you so much to everybody. They must have heard me all suicidal on that first episode of the year,
Well, this one we were
and
like, should we shoot
decided,
ourselves here or here?
yeah, well, let's keep doing it. It's working.
I was gonna pull up the review. My bad. Yeah. So we have a review here from Studman with two N's. I promise
Wow,
this is
is it a
not
good
me.
review?
5 stars.
Wow, stud man, thank you so much.
Yeah. Listeners might assume it's me, but it's not, I promise. Great is what it says at the top of it. Nearly a decade on, and the show still brings joy. From the world weary days of Henry to the era of understated naivete from Logan, the one constant has been the chug a lug of content. I know you hate that word, Daniel. That is the D Train, who does sound happier since his move to NV.
Oh, that's nice. I
Roll
mean,
on, D Train.
I went
Roll
into
on.
a mental institution for a little while, but I'm doing pretty well now.
Well, you came out on the other end,
Yeah, yeah.
Roll on, D Train. Roll on, Logan. May you have 10 more years of covering the trash we all love. I didn't know that we covered trash. I didn't know that was like our thing.
It's kind of mostly our thing. I think you
I don't
don't
like that.
like that. I know. Like I lean into that and you try to pull us back to like
I don't want to be
the
how did this get made? I want to do the last picture show and stuff.
yeah, well, I would like to do that too.
Conversation.
I know it's just, it's trash because like most
It's like it's
franchises are
made, yeah.
trash.
And we want to
Yeah.
like stay relevant. We want to do like what's popular.
Yeah.
And we want to watch the stuff too that comes out. Like if not, then I would just not watch it.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to Lewis, the great Lewis. He's a top 5 listener. Olivia for returning. Thank you so much. And Price Ash, long time
Oh,
listener, great, probably top 5. Definitely top 5.
you
And
didn't say that about Olivia. Is she 6?
she's got to earn it back. She used
Oh,
to be
she's
top
right on
5.
the outside
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
in.
yeah. And then Alexandra Tessier.
We're gonna talk about Alexandra Aja next week, right?
That's true. Well, but that's a boy. This is a lady, it seems.
Oh,
Um, yeah. Next week on the show, Piranha 3D and Piranha 3 Double D, by Alexander
the
Aja did the
greatest
first
titles of all
one,
time.
and John Gulager directed the
The legend
sequel.
from Hellraiser
Yeah.
Revelations.
And Piranha 3D, I was looking at the cast. It might have one of the great casts ever.
Really?
Yeah. It,
I
it had like 13 actors I like in it.
I don't really remember.
Well,
I mean,
we'll find out next week.
I remember a few of them, but you'll find out next week, guys. And what else? Oh, we're gonna do 1977 Award Bros.
Right? Award Bros deep dive.
We give the Oscar picks, what we think should have won all the Oscars for
Yeah, and
1977.
I'll and some Emmy picks as well.
That's right. I always forget
Uh,
that part.
you really do every time.
Yeah, I do. My
we
bad.
we've gotten to that part in the podcast, and Logan starts wrapping up the podcast, and I'm like, hey, remember that part I do?
All 4 or 5 times. It's
Yeah,
every
yeah.
time.
So that's this week. We got 2 episodes of Angel and Buffy's Angels, including Awakenings, and
Is that a good one?
I like that one.
Why do you say it like that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's an exciting one. And what else? There's the
I wrote them
you
down
know,
somewhere.
I don't know. Hey, I'm watching here just came out. Listen to that.
Oh, I didn't write them down. Yeah, listen to that. Well, they're gonna do traders.
Oh yeah, we're gonna record that right now.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So I hope you liked this.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, James Cameron.
Thank you so you know what? For the first time in my life, I really must thank James Cameron
That's crazy.
for
I
giving
thank him every
me
day,
a piece of art I never knew I needed.
but now you can't live without.
All right. And I can't. I honestly will watch this movie every 2 years for the rest of my life.
You think you'll watch it like as soon as the summertime?
Not this summer, but probably next summer.
I can see you watching it this summer
I honestly could too.
in like 4, 5, 6 months.
If someone turned it on right now, I think I'd just sit there and watch the whole thing.
The problem is that you can only watch it on Plex in your home.
That is the problem.
You never
Yeah,
find it, encounter it
I know. It's
elsewhere.
not like it's not like Shawshank Redemption. That's how everyone got into that movie. It was just always on TNT or whatever.
Yeah, I guess. My stepmom had the DVD, so I
Oh
watched it.
wow.
It's the greatest thing I ever owned my stepmom. I saw the Shawshank from her DVD. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Shout out to you, Paula.
All
All right. That's it. Piranha. We're gonna do traders. If you like that, check that out.
Yeah. Waka 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 waka.